What if I told you that the samurai had a discipline technique so powerful that a man with no formal training could transform himself into a warrior in just 7 days? A technique so brutally simple, but so effective that it shaped the mindset of the most dangerous men in Japanese history. And today, you are going to learn that exact discipline trick. Samurai discipline was not about swords, not about battles, not even about strategy. It was about mastery of the self. Because the samurai believed, if a man cannot command his own mind, he cannot command anything in life. This video is for the people who try to change, but fall back into old habits. The ones who feel motivated for a moment, but lose focus the next day. The ones who want to rebuild their life with discipline, strong enough to cut through excuses like a blade. Today, you will learn a 7-day samurai discipline trick that will shift how you act, think, and move. It is ancient, it is effective, and it will make you mentally unshakable. Today, I'll share the exact 5-step samurai trick he used. Follow it for 7 days, and your behavior will shift permanently. Step 1. The Samurai Single Target Rule. When a samurai stepped onto the battlefield, he never tried to fight 2 enemies at once. He focused on one target, one direction, one strike, one intention. Because even the greatest warrior becomes weak if his energy is split. And this is exactly where most people fail in life. They try to fix everything at the same time. Wake up early, eat clean, go to the gym, start a business, meditate, read books, stop scrolling, study more, all in the same week. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Your mind is not built to win 10 battles at once. So for the next 7 days, your mission is simple. Choose one target, one habit, one battle, just one. Let me tell you a real example. There was a student named Riku. He wanted to change his life but kept failing. Every Monday, he made a long list of goals. Wake up at 5, stop using TikTok, study 4 hours, exercise, drink 3 liters of water. And within 3 days, he collapsed. One day, his kendo coach told him, "A warrior with too many targets hits none." So Riku chose just one habit. Wake up at 6 a.m. for 7 days. Nothing else. That's it. No gym, no diet, no meditation, just waking up at 6. And something crazy happened. When he focused on one target, he stopped snoozing. He felt more control over his mornings, and he actually had energy to study and train. Why? Because the brain loves simplicity. It loves clarity. It loves one clean direction. This is how discipline is built. Not by doing everything, but by mastering one thing at a time. So here's what I want you to do. Right after watching this video, choose one habit you will dominate for the next 7 days. It can be waking up at the same time, reading 10 pages a day, training for 20 minutes, working on your business for 1 hour, doing cold showers, cleaning your room every morning, limiting screen time. Pick just one, not 3, not 5, just one. Write it down, say it out loud, make it your battlefield. Because once your mind learns how to win one battle, you'll start winning the next ones much easier. This is how samurai discipline enters your bloodstream. Repeat after me and type it in the comments. I focus on one target. Comment this phrase right now to show that your discipline journey has officially begun. This simple action will anchor the mindset in their brain and boost your engagement. Step 2 is called the immediate action cut. This idea comes from Iaido, the samurai art of drawing the sword and striking in one single motion. No hesitation, no thinking, no second guessing, just action. Because hesitation is the enemy of discipline. Whenever a samurai sensed danger, he didn't pause to overthink. He didn't analyze every angle. He didn't ask himself if he felt like it. He cut, instantly, decisively, completely. Now imagine living your daily life with that same sharpness. For the next 7 days, I want you to follow a rule that will feel uncomfortable at first, but it will rewire your brain faster than anything else. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately, not later, not in a moment, not when you feel motivated. Do it now. Put your glass in the sink. Do it now. Fold one shirt. Do it now. Reply to a simple message. Do it now. Throw away trash. Do it now. Write down a quick idea. Do it now. These small, immediate actions sharpen your mental blade. Why? Because your brain starts learning. Action is my default state, not overthinking, not procrastination. Action. This is samurai psychology. Let me tell you about a man named Daiichi. Daiichi was smart, disciplined in theory, but he struggled with one thing. He hesitated with everything. If his alarm rang, he lay in bed for 10 more minutes. If he had to send an email, he waited an hour. If he needed to clean something, he delayed until the evening. His life became a collection of unfinished tasks. Small things kept piling up and draining his energy. Then his kendo instructor gave him a challenge. For 7 days, act without hesitation. If it takes less than 2 minutes, strike immediately. Day 1 felt uncomfortable. Day 2 felt awkward. Day 3 felt powerful. By day 7, Daiichi was a different man. He cleaned faster. He moved faster. He finished tasks before his brain even had time to argue. And for the first time in years, he felt in control. He said something that stuck with me. When I stopped hesitating, my life stopped delaying. This is what the immediate action cut does. Every time you hesitate, your brain creates resistance. Every second you delay, discipline dies a little. But every time you act instantly, discipline grows. This rule turns your mind into a blade, fast, sharp, decisive. In just 7 days, your entire behavior will feel different. You'll start moving with purpose, with clarity, with warrior energy. If you're ready to destroy procrastination, comment this phrase right now: I act without hesitation. Write it below to show that you're ready to train your mind like a samurai. Step 3 is called the silent hour of purification. To the samurai, the first hour of the day was sacred, not rushed, not loud, not filled with chaos. It was a moment of cleansing the mind, cleansing the spirit, and sharpening their inner blade before they face the world. But today, most people wake up and instantly drown their mind in noise. Notifications, messages, social media, chaos before their brain even has a chance to breathe. And that's why discipline dies in the first hour of the day. So for the next 7 days, you're going to live like a samurai and begin your morning with a ritual most people have forgotten. For the first 60 minutes after you wake up, you follow one rule. No phone, no scrolling, no notifications, no noise. This hour belongs to your mind, not the world. And in this silent hour, you do only 2 things. 1. Practice your chosen one target from step 1. This is when your discipline is strongest. This is when your mind is sharpest. Let's support it with a simple samurai ritual: light stretching, deep breathing, cold water on the face, quick journaling, making your bed, cleaning your surroundings, a moment of reflection or meditation. This is not routine, this is purification. The samurai believed that when the start of your day is clean, your mind becomes clean. A clean mind becomes controlled. A controlled mind becomes unstoppable. Let me tell you about Yuto. Yuto was a university student struggling with anxiety and lack of direction. Every morning he woke up and immediately checked his phone. Within minutes, his mind was filled with other people's opinions, arguments, messages, and updates. He felt lost before his day even started. One day, his Aikido teacher noticed his low energy and asked him a simple question: What is the first thing your mind consumes in the morning? Silence or noise? Yuto realized the truth. He was feeding his mind chaos. The next morning he tried the silent hour of purification. He woke up, turned over his phone, and left it untouched for 60 minutes. He sat quietly. He stretched. He cleaned his desk. He drank warm tea. He wrote his goals for the day. He breathed deeply, and in that silence, something shifted. By day 3, his anxiety dropped. By day 5, he felt calmer and more focused. By day 7, he said something powerful. I didn't just change my mornings, I changed my mind. This is what silence does. It resets your entire inner world. Silence is not empty. Silence is information. It's where your thoughts organize themselves, where your emotions settle, where your discipline activates. If you begin your day with control, you carry that control into every hour that follows. If you begin your day with chaos, you carry that chaos into everything you do. The samurai understood this. Now you will too. If you're ready to take back control of your mornings, comment this phrase right now. I start my day in silence. Type it below to show that your discipline journey has officially begun. Step 4 is called the Samurai Accountability Oath. Samurai didn't sign documents. They didn't make excuses. They didn't negotiate with themselves. They gave their word, and their word was unbreakable. To a samurai, your word was your honor. And if a man couldn't keep his own word, he wasn't a warrior. He wasn't trustworthy. He wasn't even in control of himself. Today, most people break promises to themselves without even noticing. I'll wake up early. I'll start tomorrow. I'll go to the gym. I'll study tonight. Promises made and broken in the same breath. But discipline cannot grow where your word has no weight. So for the next 7 days, you will take the Samurai Accountability Oath. You will write down a single sentence on a piece of paper and place it somewhere you can see it. A warrior does what he said he would do. This one sentence becomes your anchor, your mirror, your blade. Every time you feel lazy, look at it. Every time you want to quit, read it. Every time your mind gives excuses, repeat it. This oath forces your brain to treat your promises as commands, not suggestions. When you break your oath, you don't just skip a habit, you break your honor. And when you keep your oath, your identity strengthens. Let me tell you about a man named Ren. Ren was talented but inconsistent. He started things and left them halfway. Workouts, projects, routines, goals. He thought motivation was the answer, but motivation came and went like the wind. One day his kendo master saw him skip practice and asked, "Ren, how can you lead others if you can't even lead yourself?" The words hit him hard. So the master gave him the samurai oath. A warrior does what he said he would do. Ren wrote it on a slip of paper and taped it to his mirror. The next morning he wanted to skip training. His body felt tired. His mind searched for excuses. But when he looked at the oath, something changed. He realized he wasn't fighting laziness. He was fighting for his word. That day he trained, and the next day, and the next. Within 1 month, Ren transformed into the most consistent student in the dojo. Not because he was stronger, but because he finally respected his own word. Because discipline is not about doing something hard. It's about keeping promises to yourself. When you break your own word, your brain sees you as weak. When you keep your word, your brain sees you as someone to be taken seriously. This shifts your entire psychology. You stop acting like someone who tries to be disciplined. You start acting like someone who is disciplined. This is the identity shift of a samurai. Add this into your video to boost comments. If you're ready to keep your word like a samurai, comment this phrase right now. I honor my word. Type it below to declare your new identity. Step 5 is called the 70% rule, the samurai method of sustainable power. If you think samurai always operated at 100% intensity, if you think they pushed themselves to exhaustion every day, you're wrong. Samurai trained with wisdom, not ego. They believed that if you burn all your energy today, you have nothing left for tomorrow. And a warrior who cannot show up consistently is not a warrior. He is a burst of fire that dies in seconds. The samurai lived by a principle: train at 70% so tomorrow you can train again. This is how they built mastery, strength, and long-term discipline. And this is exactly why most people fail. Everyone loves the idea of go hard or go home, but that mindset destroys consistency. If you train too hard on day 1, you'll be too tired on day 2. If you study for 7 hours today, you'll burn out tomorrow. If you try to transform your life overnight, your mind breaks under the pressure. Samurai knew the truth. Consistency beats intensity. Every single time. So for the next 7 days, I want you to work at 70%. Not weak, not lazy, not slow, controlled, measured, sustainable. This is how warriors train for life, not for 1 week. Let me tell you about Takumi. Takumi wanted to get fit, so he started going to the gym. But every time he began, he pushed himself as hard as possible. Heavy weights, long workouts, no rest days, and he always quit within 2 weeks. One day his Kyudo archery teacher told him, "Takumi, the arrow that flies the farthest, is released with steady force, not violent force." That sentence changed him, so he tried the 70% rule. He lifted lighter weights, shorter workouts, no ego, no burnout. And for the first time in his life, he stayed consistent, week after week, month after month. And here's the twist. He ended up building more muscle, more discipline, and more confidence by training at 70% than he ever did pushing himself at 100%. Because 70% builds habits. Habit builds identity. Identity builds mastery. This is the samurai strategy. Think of your discipline like a sword. If you swing it full force every day, it will break. But if you swing it with controlled power, day after day, your blade stays sharp and your mastery grows. The 70% rule removes burnout. It builds momentum. It allows you to show up every single day without breaking your mind or spirit. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. If you're ready to train like a samurai, comment this phrase right now: "Consistency is my power." Type it below to commit to the 70% rule. And now, we've come to the end of this journey, my friends. You've learned the same principles that shaped warriors who lived with clarity, purpose, and unshakable discipline. Not fantasy, not motivation that fades in 10 minutes, but real, ancient, battle-tested philosophy, the kind that still works today. These 7 days are not just a challenge, they're a mirror showing you the difference between who you are and who you could become. And if you follow these steps, even imperfectly, you will feel the shift. You will notice your mind becoming sharper, your habits becoming stronger, your discipline becoming natural. Because samurai discipline is not about being better than others. It's about being better than the person you were yesterday. So before you leave this video, I want you to remember one line. Discipline is the blade. You are the one who sharpens it. If these words speak to you, write them in the comments. Copy them. Let them sink in. Let them guide your week. And if you want more Japanese philosophy, more ancient techniques, more mindset transformations from the samurai, the ronin, and the old masters, then, like this video, subscribe to Darkveil and turn on the notifications, because we are just getting started. Thank you for walking this path with me. Your journey toward the disciplined, unstoppable version of yourself begins now. Until next time, stay sharp, stay disciplined, stay Darkveil.